Hi, I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 20, Volume 5. And we've got another one of those plain tapes that we had last week, ones with nothing on it other than tape. To be fair, there's something underneath it. I can sort of see a label semi-stuck underneath there, but I can't see what it is. It's something, that's what it is, it's something, but there is data on both sides, so hopefully we've got the makings of a good episode. Anyway, without further ado, I'll get this into a tape drive. Right, the tape's in the drive, so we'll go to our favourite. We'll go to our basic and load dit, or load speech marks, and we'll see what's on this exciting tape. How's your week been? I hope you've got coffee, by the way. I've got coffee at the moment, a lovely beverage. I've got it in my dairy milk mug this morning. I needed extra fuel not for what's on the tape, just because I needed extra fuel. I woke up not feeling the best, so. If I'm a bit slow today, that's the reason. Oh look, there we go. We go straight away with a bit of not loading. Let's go back again and rewind it there. No, a bit nasal this morning. Dry throat. A bit nasal. That's sorry. That was a bit of a downer, really. That's the start of the video. Anyway, how has your week been? I've had a week off, and it's flown by. You know how things fly by. Yeah, it's flown by. It's been a whirlwind of lovely things. Going out mostly with my wife for sort of shopping and walking and other things. And it's been a bit of a whirlwind. It's been nice, but it's been a whirlwind. Things like that happen, don't they? They just kind of all disappear into I guess a mist of things that happen. I've swapped this round into a louder tape deck, by the way, so hopefully it's something better. Fingers crossed. Nope, it's not good. Let's give it another try. I'm going to a little rewind there. I was hoping that would be better. You know what I said about tapes and other sides of them? Yeah, this is the scenario we've got here. Right, okay, let's put it back in the other drive and we'll fast forward it. That one's not going to load. Whatever that isn't ever going to see the light of day. So let's see what's next on here. Let's see if we can find something that loads. I tell you what, didn't we have this the other week? We had a week where we basically nothing loaded, and then everything loaded, and then nothing loaded. I mean, it's just the odds of the tapes, isn't it? Block, nah, no idea what that is. I could try a load code on it, but I can't guarantee it would work. It's good to see the words or something appear on the screen, though, because at least we got something working. It's a block party, isn't it? It's like NSYNC or something like that. I'm watching them on Hot Ones. Have you seen that? First We Eat, I think it's called. Hot Ones, where they eat hot wings and get asked hot questions. That's what they say. I was watching them on there. I don't know why I watched them. I think it's because I wanted to see Justin Timberlake eating hot things. My wife was like, is it Justin Timberlake or Justin Bieber that was going out with Britney Spears? I was like, yeah, Justin Bieber would have been a baby at that point in time. Like 25 years ago, isn't it? When they were all double denim together. I mean, that takes some balls, doesn't it? Were they married? I can't remember whether they were married or not. Because you guys are all into the pop, aren't you? You all know your pop stars. You know whether Britney was married to Justin. See, he carried on with his sort of singing career and whatever else, and then she went bonkers instead, didn't she? She got a different route. Do kind of mental health. They went to see her again recently because she was playing with knives in the kitchen in a bikini. They weren't real knives, apparently. They were fake knives. It looked pretty real to me on the video. It's not going very well. In a nice empty space. Come on. There's an empty space. We've got an empty gap. 3.5 minutes in. Ish. 4 minutes in. Come on. Something tasty. Something specky and lovely. Something classy. Oh, don't do that. No. You can load that bit. Come on. Something spectrumy. feel like azimuth may be a factor in this week. That was very much an azimuth type thing to do. Let's give this a go. The old Tolkien-esque creature that it was. I reckon they named it after Tolkien. The Tolkien probably was still alive when they were making tape cassette recorders. And Tolkien was like, call it an azimuth. Because normally they would be, attacking small dwarven villages, but in this particular case, it is attacking tapes. Cassette tapes. I wonder who named that thing. And why did they name it that? It's a magnet. It's like a tape magnet, isn't it? There's probably some mathematical reason for it. Oh, that's not. This is not going very well. Not going very well at all. Let's carry on. Let's see what we can do better. The other side of the tape will probably be perfect. Oh, keep going anyway. Program question 8. Smaller than a lot more questions. There's the screen loading. Not that we know what it is. There's no clues at all for this one. Yeah, lovely bit of R-tape error. We love a bit of that. Let's give it a new first. I always like to empty the memory. Not that it does, though. If you do a new, it doesn't really empty the memory. It does something, doesn't it? I don't think it empties the memory. I think the memory things stay in the memory, because you can do new and there'll still be things in there, because you'll run out of memory. Let's fast forward this. Come on. Madness that it's not working. Madness. I might have to get synced back into the coffee. There we go. Got space. Come on then. Brace yourselves for a load. Yeah. I haven't, to be fair, apart from seeing New York flooding on the news, which is terrible, and a few other things, not really kept up with what's going on recently. Current affairs have missed me for a week. Come on! Come on! Try and sort the tape round here. Yeah, as it's gone quiet on current affairs front for me. Yeah, horrible. Oh, yes! What's Plexa? No idea what Plexa is, but I am utterly pleased to see it. Plexa. Oh, this is a new one for me. Okay. Plexa. Nothing comes to mind. I feel like it's a budget title, though. That didn't work. I'll tell you what, though. Tape squeaking in the drive. Okay, come on. It's not doing anything. It's not doing anything. Let's swap it around tape deck wise. Plexa. Not heard of it. Not one that I've heard of. I'm excited, but I'm not. I'm also concerned at the same time. Come on. Come on. No, it's not having it. Right, PlayZX is on the cards now. Let's find PlayZX on the old phone. So he's moaning about Play. Oh, hang on. Oh, it's going for it. Plexa. Somebody's complaining about PlayZX the other day, saying that it doesn't really do multi-files or multi-loads very well. Mastertronic, value-added dimension. Yes, that's what it is. It's a Mastertronic game. Last one was Mastertronic, wasn't it, as well? Is this like a collection? No, it can't be, because they've got labels stuck over the top of it. Unless they were recording over the top of the Mastertronic stuff that was on there. Because they had little releases, didn't they, of Mastertronic stuff? Yeah, somebody's complaining the other day that that may not load. No, didn't think it would. Right, the PlayZX, which is an app. There's other apps out there. PlayZX isn't a very good app for loading things. It doesn't do multi-loads very well. I can kind of agree with certain amounts. It's 99% of the time it works, and then there's a small percentage where it doesn't work. So I can kind of agree with that. I mean, for me though, I just like the app. I think it looks nice. It's a simple enough and easy enough app to use. Not that I need not that I couldn't manage a more difficult app. It's just a very simple app, a very useful app for the old Spectrum. Back in the old 80s or whatever else it is. Well, it would have been lovely if it was in the 80s. Can you imagine if it had been the 80s? Blow my neck. Wow. Imagine if floppy drives had been a lot cheaper as well. It would have been. I think there would have been a big difference in the way things went. I think the Spectrum though was caught. Spectrum and BBC and the Commodore 64 were all caught in that cusp of that changing from 5.25 inch floppy drives to 3.5 inch floppy drives, or 3-inch ones if you're Alan Sugar. But you know they were caught in that sort of cusp, that change, that alteration in technology. You know, between the disc technology and not. The roads of Plexa. No idea what this is. There are roads going to Plexa. 1987. 1987. Wow. Tell you what, I watched a crazy movie last night. I don't know why I watched it. I mean, it just had a great title. It was the Blood-Sucking Pharaohs of Pittsburgh. I mean, that's a title and a half. 1991. It's just the weirdest collection of fully aware horror movie I've ever seen, ever. Just mental. It really was. I can't even explain what happened in it, because if I tried to explain it, it would ruin any kind of enjoyment anybody would have of it. But let's just say it's got blood-sucking, gore, a lot of physical effects, because 1991. Comedic horror comedy. Akin to that of your Nightmare on Elm Street. I quite liked it. I liked it because it was so mad. It was, and to be fair, right until the end, I was guessing who the bad guy was. We weren't sure who it really was. Which person was the pharaoh or the descendant of a pharaoh? It was really quite good. Quite enjoyed that one. Anyway, coffee time. Drinking coffee. I hope you got a beverage. I just clear my throat a little bit here, trying to wake back up again. Well, not wake up. I'm wide awake, actually. I'm quite awake. Just a little bit dry because I've been sleeping with my mouth open, catching flies, because that's what you do. I've got a snore meter on my phone, but so far it hasn't caught a single snore, so I don't think I actually snore. It may also be turned off, but that's a factor in the sleeping pattern of the male beast. Oh dear. Tell you what else I watched though, really good. I've had a week of watching stuff actually. I've not been out walking and buying stuff. I did a bit of charity shop hunting on the Monday gone. I got a few DS games. I got about 5 or 6 DS games, and they were all sort of colour matching ones. They're all right. They're pretty. They're on the way to shovelware. They're not the best, but they're not the worst because they actually do play quite well. So you kind of go, yeah, okay, I'll let them off. So I got that. What else did I get? I got some music for the car, whatever else it was. But during the week I've had the opportunity to kind of catch up on things. So I've caught up on Ahsoka. I'm not hating it. I'm not loving it as much as I should love it. It's if it's the best Star Wars there is, I'll take it as the current best. It's like Mandalorian. It's not too bad. You can see a second series coming of it for certain, though. I'm pretty convinced of that. From they're never going to quite do, but they try to use Ahsoka. This is amazing, though, isn't it? This little Jedi has been used in Clone Wars to fix the prequels. Used to sort of patch up the holes, deal with some of the mistakes, sort out some of the character arcs, improve some of the characters. So she was using Clone Wars Rebels to fix quite a lot of the sort of the artistic mistakes made between the prequels and the main story. Brilliant. It did work because that was when it cemented for me that Ahsoka was a fantastic character. But it's making funny noises. Beep beep beep. S to select. I'm going to do S in a second. Anyway, yeah, I mean, and now they're using her again to fix the whole thing. They're trying to fix the arc between sort of the end of the Return of the Jedi and the First Order and all that other stuff, which makes no sense at all, and the reformation of the Remnants into something that is an army. Anyway, let's press S to select. Select. Oh, no, that's just fine. Oh, choosing planets. How do I start? I don't know how I start, though. I'm pushing all the keys now. M's fire. Oh! Oh, that's cool. Alright, okay. M fires. It's kind of... I'm not sure what I'm doing. End of zone. Oh, okay. Ah, right. Now, sure. Now I've got to do it. Right. Hashed lines are to be avoided, it seems. Right. So, QAOP in space. Can move left and right. Can move forward with... Right, okay. So it's basically a very slow version of get killed on that. Do I lose life though? Now I lose life. Okay, so I get like one hit and then I can do it. Oh, that's really unfair. Hang on. So go. Let's go. Can't jump that gap. That's pretty tough, actually. It's extremely tough. I want to see one of the other levels, though. Let's press F for another level. You go straight to Doritos. Select a Dorito. Here we go. I like the intro, though. That's quite nice. That's quite nice. You got to admit, the graphics are nice. Gameplay-wise, not really sure about. Right, is he going to give me a run-through or just going to drop me straight into it? I don't think I'm actually playing. No, I'm not playing. It's driving itself. Right, so just the end of that zone, end of zone, and then I have to work out what I'm doing. So, tell you what, that's a bit, well, slightly easier. Oh. Slightly easier. It's a puzzle game type thing, I think. Roads. Yeah, I suppose got the roads. These are roads. So we're kind of... You can hit them twice and it goes through. I'm glad I'm not against the clock, though, because otherwise I would be in real trouble here. That's nightmarish, this bit. Come on. Let's go forward and back going on here. Oh no, off the edge. Do you know something? I quite like the graphics on it, but it's a tough game. You know, I'm concentrating. By the way, you can hear me. You can hear me concentrating. I love the way I always say you can hear me concentrating. You can hear me concentrating in the silence. As the concentration is key to the road of Plex. Oh, fell off the edge. Yeah, all right, fair enough. Not a game. I don't know. It's all right. I mean, if it's a budget title, I reckon you'd probably be like, yeah, that's okay. But it's a shame it's not as fast as it looks like it should be. I mean, you're thinking about roads and things. You're thinking fast, aren't you? I'm tempted to put this in other player. Into other player. Let's put it in there. Let's put it in the other player. Find out what's going on in the other player. Oh. WhatsApp messages. WhatsApp messages. What are you doing this morning? What's on the tape? Of course. Most important thing ever. I'll put it in the tape player because I think we had better look at least getting the name of the thing in the other player, didn't we? It's quite a long load, that one. It's only 5 minutes long, that one. First time, at least we got something. It's only 20 odd minutes into the video. We'll get there eventually. What do you do with the gaps of air? Do you just listen to me? Probably have to. It's kind of the legal requirement, isn't it? Come to this channel. Have you not seen the legal documentation that's at the bottom of it? We sign off on. Oh, don't be like that. Do you know something? If I had my screwdriver handy, I would slightly adjust the azimuth for this one. Loader, good. Yeah, okay. I don't know what I adjusted there, but okay, I adjusted something that works. I reckon it's another Mastertronic game. I think this tape is full of Mastertronic games. We'll see how we get on, because it depends how much loads on this side, because I know the other side's absolutely filled to the brim with specky goodness. Filled to the brim with specky goodness. Spectrum stuff everywhere. Another Mastertronic. Yeah, what we got? 986. Video poker. Your bet. Come on, video poker. This is when they used to play it as the 7 cards, the traditional poker. They did before they started. Everybody started playing Texas Hold'em, which is the one where you put the river in the centre of the or the cards in the centre. You should turn them over, and you only get 2 cards in your hand. That's far more interesting, I think, Texas Hold'em. I think the odds are higher on winning and whatever else. Oh, maybe not. It won't be lower. No, they'll be higher because you get everybody sharing the same cards. So yeah, it's more fun. I think that's the answer to that. That's beautiful. That is. Yeah, this is where you change 2 cards, or you can change up to 3 cards and then get them back again. It's the one they played in the Sting with Robert Redford and Steve McQueen. Is it Steve McQueen? Is it Steve McQueen? No, it's the other one. Oh, what's his name? They played again in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. I watched this thing again recently. It's a particularly good long movie, good character building, good arcs, good reasons why people need to do whatever they're doing, what drives them as individuals. You know, it's that's the nature of a. I mean, a good story really does require a little bit of story building. You can't just jump straight into it. I mean, it's not. Yeah, and I think that's the thing, isn't it? There's a lot of. I love the way that there's a Spectrum loading the game, by the way, in the background there. Video poker on there. Just I love that idea. I'll stop that. All right, okay, let's push the buttons. Yeah, and love a good story arc. How do we start? Easy. Okay, I don't know what button we're pressing. Press space to insert coin. I'm going to put 5 coins in because I'm mad. Pair. And ace high. Right, okay. Select cards to get rid of. I'm going to get rid of 3, 4. No, those are the ones to keep. Keep the ace. Video poker. This was a thing back in the day. Payoff. 0. I think I got 0 there. Space for odds. Pair of jacks. Alright, okay, it's pretty high actually. So it's a lot of stuff. So you need jacks are better high. 2 pair, you get 2 to 1. Right, okay, that's the odds. I get it. I do like a bit of poker. I used to. The one I highly recommend is because I used to like it because it's portable. I'm assuming you can play it on your blooming mobile phones nowadays. But I also like the DS version of DS Casino. It was called, and it's just poker. And all I've ever played on it was Texas Hold'em because it was nice with the stylus or whatever else it is, just sort of whipping a game through it, and it was quite good because it kept your brain a little bit sharper. You know, if you like playing poker quite a lot. Insert some coins. Let's go for it. I'm such a gambler. None of those are worth anything. Apart from I'm going to hold the last 2. And I'll press enter and change them. If I get any queens or whatever else is, I'm doing well. Jack, king. Nothing. Payoff 0. Right, okay. Let's put some more stuff in this. It's quite well animated, actually. I quite like the way the graphics work. It works quite well. Better than I thought it was going to work. Let's put some more in here. I've seen the odds. Enter to start. I didn't put anything in. Oh no, there we go. Insert some coins. Gambling high here. Nothing worth anything. 2 cards to hold are those 2. Press the enter key. I mean, you're not really playing against anything other than the machine in this particular occasion. I got jacks. Even money back. There you go. I got 10 back. I paid back 6. So I got my money back basically. Exciting. Right, okay, end and start. Let's put some money in here. Got my money back. Don't think does everybody play poker nowadays? Is it a thing? Should we gamble for 2 pairs? Just keep those and gamble with the rest of it and see if we get another pair. We get 2 pairs, we get some double our money. Oh, if only I had the queen. Lost that one. Okay, let's go. We're going to gamble our last 5 coins away. Each of the coins has got 5p on them, so it's big money, this one. It's a big money poker playing game. Who would play this, though? I'd rather play against the human beings. At least that way you know where you're at. I mean, you know that you're gambling against, and you can read the room better. Doesn't make sense gambling like this on a machine. It's only unless you're practicing, but even then you're not really practicing because you know what hand they've got. And to be fair, they're asking you to do specific things, aren't they? So, come on. It's very randomised. 0. I lose. I go off to the great poker heaven in the sky. Oh, dragged off. No longer allowed to drink anymore heavily. That was on easy, by the way. That wasn't even hard. That was on easy. That was good, though. That was one that's loaded from the tape. So we've got one down. Let's see what else we've got. Video Poker from Mastertronic. All of these were budget titles. These were things you could buy for your pocket money. $1.99 or $2.99. I don't even... Was there a $3.99 range? I can't remember. I remember there being a $1.99 range and I remember the $2.99 range. And I was quite upset when the $2.99 range came along because that blew my pocket money away. That effectively was a 2-week wait for a possibility of a game on that group. Come on. Gonna give it a little rewind here. This is an Acorn Computers cassette player deck given to me by a friend of mine, a lovely chap called Andre. He's taken his channel down. I believe that was down to the adoration of the ladies. He was struggling with the influx of them all. So he's taken his channel down, which is a shame because I thought it was a great name for a channel. Zombie Bob's Emporium of Old Tat. Really like that. But yeah, he's such a nice guy. But it's all gone. The tat has gone. There we go. Happens that I have another friend. I'm going to change this over to the tape deck, by the way. I have another friend. I would call him a consummate restarter of YouTube, if that makes sense. He often... Oh, Kronos, great. Shoot him up. I like this one. Another Mastertronic game. But he's a constant, what I would call, restarter of YouTube. He often starts a channel. It lasts sort of 5 minutes, and then he starts a new one. And even after he's managed to achieve, and I mean, to be fair, if you've worked with YouTube, but if you've been on YouTube, you know for a fact that it takes quite a while to generate a people following you and whatever else. So my channel's nearly 7 or 8 years old, and and it still goes very slowly growth wise. I mean, I'm not out there shouting about it and posting it on every bloody channel, on every sort of look at me, it's a retro channel. No, look at me, it's just me talking crap for an hour and a half. But yeah, he constantly sort of restarts his channel. It's weird. I think it's weird anyway. Kronos, The Tapestry of Time. It's called. Its full title. I didn't realise it had a full title. Quite a. I remember this one being quite a good little shoot 'em up for what it was. There we go. On we go. Yeah, definitely Mastertronic tapes. Was there such a thing as a Mastertronic tape like this? It looks like it's silver underneath. It could really be a Mastertronic tape. We'll see how we go, because we're about halfway through here. If we can... Oh, Cracked by Blood. Cracked by Blood in 1998. The 24th of the 2nd, 1998. Yeah, it's alright. He's still within it. It's not 4-year-old crack. Kronos. Gremlin, 1997. 1987, sorry. 1997. That'll make it a very old Spectrum game. I love Spectrum games. I think they're brilliant. I saw one the other day of somebody was playing. They weren't feeling very well, and I said, "What's the game you're playing?" And it was Rebel Star Raiders, and that's one game I've been looking for ages for to go with the Julian Gallup games. So you've got Laser Squad, you've got Rebel Star, you've got Rebel Star 2. You've got, is it Rebel Star 2? I think Rebel Star 2 is, and there's Rebel Star Raiders. Rebel Star, and then you've got Rebel Star 2, obviously. You've got Lords of Chaos. You've got Chaos. I mean, this guy wrote the book on sort of what I would call strategy games. I mean, obviously based on his experience with things like Dungeons and Dragons, because that's where or Games Workshop type stuff. That's where his experience came from, and he kind of wrote the book on it. But I saw somebody playing a game the other day, and I didn't realise it was Rebel Star Raiders. I knew I needed Rebel Star Raiders to sort of finish the collection off. And they played it the other day, and I said, "Oh, what are you playing?" And they sent me a message and they said, "Rebel Star Raiders." I said, "Oh." So I really need that for my collection. They said to make me an offer, and I'm like, oh. So I made them an offer, and they accepted. So I'm soon going to be a proud owner of Rebel Star Raiders for my collection. Not as much as somebody offered me once on eBay. I got offered Rebel Star Raiders on eBay for £150. Yeah, they came back and said you've got Rebels. You can have Rebel Star Raiders 100. Even I'm like, no, sorry. I'm sure it'll pop up at some point and I'll be able to get it. They do. The thing is, they're fairly regular when these things. They go round in circles. But as I said the other day, I haven't seen Kickstart for ages on anybody's sort of selection of games. So I think Kickstart has now become fairly sort of, I don't know, gone within the whole realms of it all. Oh, sorry, sore shoulder. Got a sore shoulder. I've had a sore shoulder all week long. It's been really annoying. I need to go see my chiropractor. But because it's my week off, I was like, no, I'm not going to see my chiropractor. Even if it is only 20 minutes, I still don't want to see her. Leave me alone. I want to leave me with my misery. So it's been a bit uncomfortable all week long. Oh, I need more coffee. I've run out of coffee. I need more coffee. I need more. I think that's loaded. It has. Go on then. Rock our socks off with your music. Air guitars out. There we go. Air guitars on this one. Oh, rocking it out. Anyway, right, enough of that. QA, OP, and M for firing. Yeah, we can do that. One keyboard. 5 to start. Press any key. This is not a bad shoot 'em up actually for what it is. So you're Kronos, the ship below there. I think we're flying through time now. Currently, obviously, en route to intercept the Terminator. And John Connor, clearly not at all. It's actually not a bad shoot 'em up, this one, apart from being monochrome. You know how I feel about this. I feel that you've got to go with what you've got and love it. So if your Spectrum only does sort of poorly coloured sort of colour clash, go with it. I'd love to see this meated up because it's not actually a bad shooter. You know, sort of somebody take a look at the main, because the main ship itself, right? That's ripe for upgrading. Okay, it really is. There's going to be a bit of overlap when they explode because they've exploded lines, but the main ship itself, that's ripe for an upgrade. Look at that, the booster on the back. That says to me, fire. So red and yellows. The booster itself, we could make that, I guess, white, make the ship white a little bit in the bottom. There's a couple of colours there. We got things to work with on that one. Yeah, definitely. I think we could alter that and make it look better. Oh, here we go. Bonus. B for bonus. I missed it. After all that, after seeing it come in and float through the level, I managed to miss it. There we go. They're all destroyed. It's good, this one, actually. If you'd got this as a back in the day for your Specky, apart from crashing at the top of there, you'd have been delighted with this. This is a good shooter for the money, and we like shooters as well because they're easy to play, and you could play with your friends, and it'd be like, how far can you get, and all this kind of stuff. And this is perfect because it's got like a little bit more time to go. And I think my wife she's just got a passport. She's excited. She's got a passport. She's been tracking it for days now. She's been tracking it. The government departments. She's been stalking them. She's got her photo on there. I think you may have to end up in a prison looking like that. Is that your prison photo? She says yes, it's her prison photo. Orbital platform coming up to. Yeah, it's been stalking the part department, following it, because nowadays you can track the progress of it. There's another section of your picture, so you're picturing the whole thing. Oh look, we've removed sections here. A picture is in everywhere. Let's. Yay, bonus points. Shame you can't upgrade the firepower, but I tell you what, blooming brilliant game, isn't it? Plays really well. Look at this. I'm actually doing really well here. It's like Zybex. Zybex is one of those games that people don't buy. Zybex was a Zeppelin game. It's really good as Zybex. There we go, enter the name. I bet I got a high score with that. With my time travelling goodness. Where am I? L. I'm L on the score table. Scene McDonald's, Kiddies Table, date 1987, the event, complete loonies arguing about the concept and the existence of God, splashing each other with milkshakes, strawberry type. Would you believe that these type of people are highly skilled programmers? So they had a fight in McDonald's in January 1987. 5 complete loonies. Highly skilled programmers. God and splashing each other. The existence of God and the existence. Yeah. I can't imagine that, guys. I can't imagine that. That happens in McDonald's, my McDonald's, all the time. Mine's right next to a university full of graduates. No, I'm only kidding. If only if it was. If only if you went to McDonald's for an existential conversation about God and the universe or something similar. It'd be cool. See if we can get something else out of this. That was quite good though. I like that one. I do recommend Chronos. Chronos turns up all the time. By the way, it's like a £2, £3 game. It turns up all the time. It's a good one. Not sure about Plex. It's not one I've the Road to Plexa. Sorry, but the video poker. That's fine. That's exactly what it is. I could see myself just putting that on dallying with that for a while. Not doing very much. Just pushing some buttons. Maybe not spending 5 coins at once. A whole 25p. 25 pence on a video poker. It's astronomical. Of course, that's what all arcades have become now. Pretty much. When you go to them, you find your way around the arcades. You go in there, and there's just no games at all. It's just so sad. I know that they're getting a revival, but they have to have the right kind of revival. And we're not talking about, it's got to be somewhere you can take your kids nowadays, but it's also got to be adult enough that you can go as a parent and be happy. Because kids need to see these things. They need to be exposed to video games as they were. The days where before they turn them into sort of things that are on your mobile phone and easy to access sort of from home. And then that became the new standard rather than the arcade machines. Then you need to be able. It's parents that are gonna have to take kids to it. I genuinely don't think that an arcade on its own can survive without the interaction of parents taking their kids down there and then becoming somewhere good to hang out because the food's cheap and the conversation's good, and you can play an arcade game and it costs you say 50p, not a pound or whatever else is, and you can get a bit of a play on it, whatever else is. I mean, I try and take my kids to these places. I really do. I think they're really important. I think they're culturally important because they were a time. They were Generation X, funny generation. Slightly, some people can be slightly older than Generation X, but Generation X was a slightly more interesting generation in the sense that a lot of these things were birthed during our generation, from console gaming to the big sort of change here. We're not talking about the fact that they were around before that in the 70s and all this. What we're talking about is the big changes to sort of 16-bit machines from the 8-bit machines, the improvement in graphics, three-dimensional stuff appearing. In the early 90s, you had the Sega Saturn with its I would say polygons, but it didn't have polygons. It used squares, which is really annoying. But yeah, we're gonna fast forward through this one now. But those kind of things were birthed during the. No, that's not happening. Try again. I hate when it does that. Gives you that kind of hope that it's gonna work. No, right, okay. Fast forward, but those things were birthed in the early '90s and the '80s. You know, the Gen X. We basically, things like MTV were born and multiple channels and all this kind of stuff, and all kinds of consoles and machines went through our hands. We had so many wonderful electronic devices that were brilliant for us all. Genuinely, I think I'm lucky enough to have lived through it, and I think it's brilliant. As a result, I had a brilliant childhood because I got to go to arcades and play on games, and I would as well. And what's worse is, you drag your parents along, and back then, you see, they weren't interested in that. They used to go outdoors and hit things with bats and balls, didn't they? But we used to want to go and see, the game we just bought for our Spectrum. We wanted to go see it in the arcade and see what we were basically missing. So what was the game? Wolfen. Not sure on Wolfen. I think this is a Bulldog game. So again, still in these budget titles. Somebody went mad copying budget titles, didn't they? I don't think this is a compilation. I don't think this is a compilation at all. There's far too much stuff on here to have been a compilation. This is somebody copying it. But anyway, sorry, making a special compilation, a mega mix. But yeah, what a time we used to live in. There was some fantastic stuff. Some really, really, really. It was cutting edge. Some of the graphics when it appeared, we marvelled at. I mean, digitization. No, I had no idea what this is. Wolfen the Barbarian. No, it's not what I think it is. Never heard of this one. Ooh, what is this? Wolfen the Barbarian. Wow. Okay, this looks new to me. This is not one I know. Anyway, another Mastertronic game, 1987. So I don't even know the cover for this. Ooh, mystery. Anybody know it? Anybody played it? Anyway, but yeah, we lived in a great time. Do you remember early digitization? And we were all impressed that Mortal Kombat had digitized people and put them into it. It's like, wow. The one that impressed me more was the early motion capture of Prince of Persia. That actually impressed me more. The smooth animated movement of his it was his 10-year-old brother, wasn't it? And he'd filmed him, and then he digitized it. He translated that his brother's running movement into actual movement in the game. And do you know what? That is one of the smoothest sets of animation, considering he didn't have the technology to do it. He literally just used stills and then edited it in himself. That is one of the most impressive sort of sets of sort of graphical movements you'll ever see. I'll be honest, it was a groundbreaking time, and you could experiment. You could have strange games. Nowadays, strange games are relegated to those games that Steam and Epic and Ubisoft and EA don't show you. However, thankfully EA has put their games back on Steam, and I haven't heard anything horrible about them recently. Well, they've behaving themselves, apart from taking every football management game off. Or football game off the streaming services, so nobody could buy an older one. Where if you wanted a football game, you have to buy the new one, Football Clubs 24, because they're not allowed the license for FIFA anymore. That's so weird, that one. That's weird. To think of EA without the title. Mind you saying that, I think that's the thing, isn't it? They've become synonymous with FIFA, and FIFA are obviously not wanting that title. I don't know. I don't know why they're rebranding it, really. Sorry, a bit sniffy. Very sniffy, in fact. Can't breathe. That's brilliant. I can only breathe through my mouth. So apologies if I do sound very nasal today. But yeah, getting rid of the title. I haven't heard anything bad about EA recently. Have they been behaving themselves? I think they have, haven't they? I see Activision and Microsoft are still going at it to try and get the thing over the line, and Microsoft is on a acquirement mission. I mean, seriously, I get it. I know you're big business. Once upon a time, that was the dream, to be acquired by Microsoft. But now they're just acquiring everybody, and I think it's wrong. They're making billions of pounds worth of profit. You don't need to try and buy. They tried to buy Capcom, and Capcom laughed in the face. They'd wanted to buy Nintendo, and Nintendo also did the same, because Nintendo just don't care. They play to their own drum, you know. But they were aiming at Steam as well. Let's buy Steam. I think the people of Steam would probably say no as well. They don't need Microsoft's money. Oh, look. Wolfan. 1987. Mastertronic. This has been built with an engine. This has been built with a standard engine. Press enter for Kempston joystick. Cursor, joystick, oh my god, or keyboard. Press S for Sinclair. No, let's just press enter. Okay, what's the controls? Okay. Okay, I'm walking. See if I can find some other controls. I've got those ones. Yeah, that's good. Oh, got eaten by a vampire. It jumped down and gobbled my blood. Okay. He's going to eat me too. No, he's not. Oh, he has. He stuck his thing up my bum. His shaft. His stick. He sticked me in the bottom. Lovely. I'm running. I can't get out of the level. There's a dog there. But I don't know how to move past that. I don't know what my controls are. I don't know. I can't find my sort of up at an angle. Found everything else. Did he just die? What is the key to go back the way? It's ridiculous. Ah! Wolfan the Barbarian. He looks like Batman. It's not one I've recognised. Do you recognise this? Have you played Wolfan before? I don't even know what the cover looks like. It feels like a right rip-off, though, doesn't it? It feels like somebody's ripped off Batman. Reminds me of another game called Psycho City. I don't think I put that up on my channel yet, but it's this Psycho City is very similar in style. You have to find a gun as well before you get done. I bet it's the same makers. Oh, don't be nasty. Come on, load. What we got on here? We've got time. We got time for one more, and then I'm going to save the other side for next week because there's so much on there. I'm going to save the other side for next week. Let's do one more. Come on. Well, that was better than the other part about it. Array number. That's not what we're wanting. Let's give it another try. Let's try turning the volume down just a tad. See if it's too loud, it might not load. Roll around. Oh, I know roll around. Let's find roll around. I think I've played this one. I do. I think I've played this one. So hang on. Let's find roll around. Roll around. One more. Perfect timing. Roll around. Roll around. Mastertronics version. There was a re-release as well. It was so good they released it again. Okay, let's push the play button. Let's push load it. Let's go for it. Roll around. No, not heard it. I feel like I've heard of this one, but I haven't heard of this one. This is like a who's of budget titles. What did you actually buy on your budget title list? This was probably not on it. I should have bought Non-Terraquous. I never did. I did buy Soul of the Robot, which was the follow-up to it. If I'd seen Non-Terraquous nowadays, I would have bought that. I've got it actually, to be fair. But if I had, I would have bought that one. It would have been one of the ones that would have been on my list. There was, I think the problem with budget titles is they were very much they knew they had to churn a little bit, so there was a sort of a quality issue here. So sometimes it depended on the brand as well. I mean, I think one of the things about Codemasters, for instance, is the quality was higher, was a lot higher for most things. There weren't some. I'll admit there were some subpar games, but not what I would call terrible games. Mastertronic were also kind of in that realm of being okay-ish, but you always when you bought, the thing is, when they brought out the Mad range, the Mastertronic added dimension range, that's when we knew we were going to get better games, because we knew that these were $2.99, and as a result they were going to be better games. However, corporately, probably these are just the games that they were doing as $1.99, but they were slightly better than the $1.99 range. So they made them a $2.99 range, which is probably what they did. But and they got away with it because, I mean, let's be honest, they were pocket money type games, and they were pocket money type games. A joy of the budget title is a fantastic thing. There are many budget titles out there now with the digital age. However, not many budget titles you would find on the shelf in a shop, being sold to people in a case and with a cassette and an inlay that had been printed and all the bits that went with it. I mean, it's amazing that they managed to generate all that for sort of that $2.99 range. I mean, I can't imagine how much money they actually made. I mean, if the shop were making, I don't know, 50% on it, that means they wanted £1.50 from that, which means you had to churn a lot with budget titles. But they did all right. They did well enough that they could churn. I mean, I wonder what the break-even point for one of these things was. Is it 50,000 or 10,000? I mean, I don't know what. Let's assume that they made 50 pence from it. You know, 10,000 is probably a break-even for most things. If you got all the other bits and pieces. He's got the calculator out. That's £5,000. So does £5,000 pay for your developer? Probably. Back in the day, it probably did. Probably paid for a bit of staff and whatever else is. Yeah, I reckon they did them in boxes of 10,000 and put them out. I mean, I've seen new old stock when it appears sometimes on online, and it's boxes are like 100. They used to do them in boxes of 100. So there's also the shipping and all that kind of stuff. So I reckon they probably only made about 50p per set from $2.99. $1.99 couldn't have been much more, realistically. Shops were quite greedy. They wanted quite a lot of money. They wanted to sell in volume. They knew the budget titles would sell in volume. The only place I ever saw, by the way, where they were in the plastic cases as well, because you had some that were like in plastic wrappers which hung with a hanging bit on them, which again must have added more money to it. Kind of mental. But was Woolworths. Woolworths was the only place I ever saw those hanging up. There's tapes hanging from a wall so that you could look through, like your Star Wars figures on the card, hanging on the wall. Star Wars figures hanging on the wall. Oh, those are the days. In Boots, looking through them, trying to choose which Star Wars figure I could afford. They were expensive. They were £5 or £6, maybe it was £7. And I remember looking at them and wondering whether or not I could afford, the medical android from A New Hope, where Luke was from Empire Strikes Back, or whether I could afford a Han Solo in his outfit for oh god, game originally designed for the Commodore 64 version, right? Okay, in his snow gear, his Hoth gear, one for an easy game. Bums. Okay. I think I meant to cover all the area. Yeah, I know. I got it. Don't hit that. Don't see me rolling much here, though. Come on. Oh, what's the up, down? Ah, right. I've got it. Right. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm doing, but oh, I'm rolling around. I am a ball, and I have got a bit of rolling on. Definitely a clear the level thing going on here at the top of the screen, though. This is definitely wipe this bit here, I think. I can do that. Oh, I fell off onto another one. Okay. He's just going in a circle, so I can avoid him. And hey, well done. I don't know what I did. I'll get a special bonus. Ah. How do I pick my bonus? Bonus points. You're now entering level 2. Well done. What the heck? Zilch. You're now entering level 2. That's weird. Well done. Zilch. Nothing. Now entering level 2. Okay. I'm not sure what we're doing. Oh, right. Okay, my name in. That's good spelling. Right, okay. It's weird. I don't know what... It's a weird game. Never had roll about, sorry. So, I finished the game by eating the squares. So, they seem to be going down on top of the screen. See, there's like a little... Well done. Okay. You're entering level 2. Okay. Well done. Don't know why I've got well done there. Zilch. Lovely. Nothing. This one's like more of a maze, this one. That disappears. Well done. This is very weird. Push the button straight away. Go that way. And then... Nope. So, hang on. Am I trying to find my way out of here or something? Level 2 is weird. Oh, it disappears that way as well, so... Keep getting zilch, though. What a weird game this is. Let's pause. Oh, hello. Yeah, okay, how am I going to get past that? Can't delete that either when you do it. That's weird, that one. That's one I've not played before. Anybody else played that one before? Anyway, I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye now.